There, my name is Mason Welsh. This is my counter argument for my informative speech called Drinking Age in America. It's 21 for a reason. This is my lovely audience again. Great audience. So, what does the United States, the Ukraine, Samoa, Chile, Egypt, Honduras, and Russia all have in common? Y'all stumped? According to procon.org, August 2015, these are the only countries on Earth with a MLDA, or minimum legal drinking age, of 21. Fun facts, right? But why is this the case? If a majority of the world has a drinking age of 18, 16 even in some countries, why hasn't the United States, the greatest country in the world, I may add, hasn't followed suit? There are many reasons for this, scientifically and socially, as why 18 to 20-year-olds in our country cannot drink until they're 21. This isn't just my opinion either. There are many, many scientific and social reasons backing why legal adults in our country cannot and should not drink until they're 21. So let's get right to it. Why shouldn't legal adults be able to drink at 18? I mean, they're adults, right? Wrong. And here's why. I don't care who you are, new drinker, or even a seasoned vet. An 18-year-old brain is not fully developed yet. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, 2007, an adult human brain usually isn't fully developed until about their mid-20s or so, depending on the person. Alcohol can interfere in the development of many parts of the brain, specifically the frontal lobe, an important part of the brain which is responsible for regulating emotions, organization, and other cognitive thought. This can lead to higher chances of addiction, a decrease in academic performance, unwanted or risky sex, and even death. Allowing an 18-year-old to drink would be medically irresponsible by our government. If that doesn't make you not want to drink until you're of age, then put down the drink and keep listening. So who here has been to a sketchy bar or club? I know you guys have. If you haven't, here's a few things you'll find there. Big, drunk, scary dudes, loose women, drugs, violence, the list could go on. Now, imagine a senior in high school at one of those bars. Hey, if it's legal, then it's all good, right? I know I wouldn't want my future kids at a bar like that. Allowing 19 to 20-year-olds would open up a huge new population into an environment they just aren't mentally ready for. What's even scarier than a bunch of drunk, angry dudes is the fact that about half of all alcohol-involved traffic incidences happen after drinking at a bar or other licensed establishment. The NHTSA estimated in November 2009 that young drivers comprise about 6% of licensed drivers, but 19% of all alcohol-involved drivers in fatal crashes. 18-year-olds aren't nearly responsible enough to consume an impairing drink at a bar or club and then get home safely. It's just too risky. The big picture is the most important, and saving young lives is the most important. Being granted the right to drink is an extremely important responsibility, not just to oneself, but to everyone around them. In a country where we have a hierarchy of responsibilities that our government has deemed age required based on scientific study. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the HHS, Task Force of the National Advisory Council on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholics Report, April 2002, many rights have different ages of initiation. A person can obtain a hunting license at age 12, driver's license at age 16, vote and serve in the military at 18, serve in the U.S. House of Representatives at 25, and the U.S. Senate at age 30, and then run for president at age 35. These ages set by our government are specific to each license/right for a reason. You wouldn't want 5-year-olds with a hunting license or teenagers able to purchase guns, would you? It just doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be logical or realistic for this to happen. It's the same principle with drinking. Adults under the age of 21 just aren't ready for that type of responsibility. The numbers are there. The logic is sound. So why do people still argue the truth? The fact is, 21 is the national drinking age in America, and it's not going anywhere. The responsibility of any granted right in this country is based off scientific studies, based on what we've learned to try to help our youth's safety. Just like driving is a responsibility a 16-year-old can handle, drinking is something only a mature 21 young adult can handle. Opening up public drinking establishments to 18-year-olds would only add to the horrendous results from binge drinking and alcohol-related traffic incidents. Deaths, DUIs, DWIs. People can binge drink until they literally choke on their own vomit and die. Would you want that to happen to your child? If drinking isn't healthy for a developing brain, which could potentially have physical, like I said, STDs, unwanted sex, things like that, and also mental consequences, lowering in academic performance. If drinking isn't healthy for this developing brain, then that's just the icing on the cake. Alcohol is illegal for anyone under 21. It is for the more developed, more responsible adults over age 21. Not just for no reason, for a good reason. Thank you. And here's my audience again. Thank you.
But I guess also technically